Hey, everybody out there in video land. It's the one, the only Joey Nuggs, and you're tuned in to another episode of the Joey Nuggs Show. And we are expounding and getting better by the moment. As you can see, the set is looking all pimped. I got a new sign up there, Joey Nuggs Way. So you're at the corner of Joey Nuggs Way and mind your damn boulevard because you're never going to know exactly where the man cave is at because you're not supposed to know that. But today, from the world of rap music. I consider it. I think the proper terminology is trap music. All the way from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Lil Crybaby Sauce God. This is incredible. I'm so happy. Lil Crybaby Sauce God is in the studio with Joey Nuggs today. And yes, everything is lovely today. And I am honored to have you here. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is rolling up a fatty as we speak because he
Yeah,
lives in a state where it is legal, unlike Joey Nuggs. So I don't do none of that here at this end of the woods. But yeah, he can. So if you people want to go search and chase him down, he is a medical patient in the wonderful state of Oklahoma. So you go ahead and waste your time on that. But that ain't my business to talk about. But that the business today to talk about is what is the proper terminology? Rapper, recording
honestly,
artist. Do you have a title, or you just little
bro.
baby sauce god?
So
Which,
when I started this, now I look at it as a musician, but I
uh
would
huh,
say I'm a rapper
uh huh.
because, like, I kind of take this into like, I don't know. I try to take a Wu Tang approach to it, and when I'm
Okay.
rapping on a track, I just try to make the song actually matter, and I try
Uh-huh.
to recreate what Pantera and Van Halen were doing, something that the kids can resonate to. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna look back at me and they're gonna be like, "Damn, that motherfucker was like the Beastie Boys."
I love it. That's awesome. So you're kind of bridging different eras in rap music and bring it back when music was fun for rap. God, I miss
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I'm going for.
yeah. People are so serious, and the world is already as a pressure cooker that we're living in now. So anything
Yeah,
that can bring some positivity, a little levity, is always, I think, a blessing in the world we live in today. So if you had to describe your music, what exactly terminology would you describe it as?
I'd say, man, eight
And
bit trap. Some of it, because, bro, when you listen to a lot of my beats that Juan's done on my newer music, because I used to go by Quiet Ambassador. Y'all can
okay,
check that out on Dat Piff. That's my old moniker. I switched up in 2018 and I went by Little Crybaby. My stuff under this moniker, I take it more serious and I relate to it more. So I feel like I grew up and I put all this into this brand. So
hmm,
with my new stuff, a lot of it sounds like futuristic video game stuff, like stuff you
oh,
would play on Legend of Zelda or as an NES, Nintendo. It's really crazy,
that's awesome. Now, how did you get into the wonderful wild world of rap music?
bro. So like when I was 12 years old, I grew up listening to a lot of Kiss.
Okay.
And my dad used to play Kiss, Aerosmith, stuff like that, Van Halen. I wanted to branch out, listen to different stuff. So I think it was the Beastie Boys, the one that has the plane on it. I think it's
Yeah.
Licensed to Ill.
And Licensed to Ill. That's the first one when they were still
That
with
was
Def
the
Jam.
album that got me into that shit, hip hop music.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy to think about it. Beastie Boys fought for your right to party, and today they're drinking claws and all
I
those
know.
wild claws and all that bitch ass shit
I
today.
know. It's like, no, they didn't fight for our right to do that. They fought for our right to be brass monkeys and go hard. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
what's crazy about that, and I just found out last night, this is some hip hop facts. I found out last night that the guitar player on that song is Kerry King from Slayer.
Yeah, Rick Rubin produced their first album. Of course, he produced Slayer stuff as well.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, he definitely bridged the different music genres from rap music to rock, punk, and everything else was added into that mix, which is just to me is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yep,
shout out Anthrax.
definitely, definitely.
What they did with Public Enemy, oh my God, that shit's cool. I look at it and I'm like, I want to do something like that. I want to fuse metal with rap. That would be cool as hell.
Definitely, definitely. So you're of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. How is it being in rap music, living in Oklahoma?
Man, it's
Is it
hard to make it out here. You got like a lot of these artists, they think they're the shit. They think their shit don't stink. I just mind my own business because you know how it is as an artist. They come and they go. It's just like wrestling, upcoming wrestlers. You know, some of them are going to make it to WWE, some of them aren't, you know? And they don't like hearing that, but it's like some of them have what it takes, some of them doesn't. I don't know what makes me different. I've been doing this since 2013. Literally, I just got into the streaming business like 2 years ago. So I'm seeing the whole Spotify streaming side of things. And
mm-hmm.
I'm learning that music's different now. It's not all about, oh, how much music can you sell physically? And more nowadays, it's digitally. What you can do, you know, everything's digital, it's different.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
constantly evolving, man.
Yes, definitely evolving constantly. So you don't even do you ever see yourself wanting to be quote signed to a record label, or is it all digital that you'd rather just do it yourself?
Honestly, with all these rappers dying and stuff,
Uh-huh.
I'm scared to sign to a label because I feel like they take insurance out on these rappers. Like
Mm.
it makes I don't know, man. It's a lot of these rappers are young and they're dying, and like that's weird to me.
Yeah, but do you think it's that, or it's because they're trying to live the lifestyle too hard,
I
or is
don't
it the
know. I
jealousy of
mean, yeah,
fans, or
because that's the thing. You don't. It's like Tupac said, you don't want to live a lifestyle that you're not really living because, like he said, if you live by the gun, you're gonna die by the gun. You
Mhm.
know, like so that's why I don't really try to preach gun violence in my raps. You know, like that's why I tell kids do what you do, but don't like just try not to pick up a gun. That I would recommend that. Like, don't pick up a gun. You know, learn how to fight with these.
Yeah, the difference in different of eras. Back in the day, you throw your hands up, you'd fight. If you
Yeah,
took a whooping, you took a whooping. You
yeah,
Yeah, just to how it was. Difference
yeah,
in era. Now I heard you talk about Spotify, and I'm
yeah.
looking up on your Spotify now as we speak. You have 50 songs uploaded on there, so if anyone could definitely they can search you out and definitely find you without a doubt. And I think that's an awesome thing, and people need to be able to find you. So like right now, I'm going to start. This is your ticker. I do this for all my different people I interview, and it's got all the information. So if you people want to search down little crybaby sauce god, that's his information there. And
Shout out to Joey Nuggs.
oh,
I'm
I
on the
appreciate
Joey
that,
Nuggs
bro.
show. And guess what? I'm smoking dank nugs. We in a medical state.
Wow, that's beautiful, brother. Life is good.
Yeah,
Good for you, brother. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, he's in a medicinal state in Oklahoma, and so speaking of that, now you've been there pretty much your whole life, right? Oklahoma.
yeah, man. I've been here my whole life. I'm not gonna lie. So since we're talking about medical cannabis,
Okay.
I've been to multiple states with it. I think the first one was Butte, Montana. That was when I was 14. That was beautiful. I've seen Colorado. Colorado's cool too. Um, I've went to LA. LA was good. I think that one was a little overrated because the
Okay.
bums there were not nice at all. Like I gave a bum $1 and he was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And I was like, "Bro, I don't even have to give you anything."
Wasn't enough money. He said it's expensive to live out there in L.A. A dollar don't go too far for
Yeah, and then
him.
I've been to Chicago too because I know you're a food guy.
Yeah,
Best
of
Philly
course.
cheesesteak I've ever had and burger. I've had a burger from the goat, the Billy Goat. Bro,
Okay.
Chicago. They got the best man food hands down, even the hot dogs.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of different things of difference between pizzas and their sandwiches and everything else out in Chicago. I definitely would like to try some of that great cuisine. Now, talking about cuisine, let's talk about that. Oklahoma is something different. What is Oklahoma known for when it comes to great
Man,
cuisine?
Okay, so we're known for our Oklahoma State Fair food. That's
Okay.
good. You got your classic cheese on a stick, deep fried Twinkies, stuff like that. We also have this. We also have a few barbecue joints down here. One of them Swadley's. They're good. We got Earl's. They're fucking phenomenal. We have
Okay.
this burger place that does old fashioned hamburgers that are like
Uh-huh.
onion burgers, called Dan's. That place
Hmm.
is phenomenal, dude. We have this one buffet. It's kind of hit or miss, but it's Chinese food. It's called
Hmm.
hibachi. I like going there too. That one's cool if you want to knock it out the ballpark. And then I don't know if this is more traditional because everybody likes sandwiches. I don't eat Subway really. I like
Okay.
going to Jersey Mike's, man.
Yeah, okay. Jersey Mike's is, I definitely think it's a huge step above Subway if you're going to go to, that's if you're going to go to a chain store. That's what I consider
Exactly.
them.
And
Okay.
then we also have this badass little hole in the wall store called Neptune's. That's
Okay.
good. And then we got your occasional taco trucks, man. And those you gotta be careful on because you don't know where they're cooking the meat at and shit.
Right, right.
'Cause, like for real, I've seen some taco trucks cook that shit right outside, and I'm like, I would stay away from that.
let's talk about let's talk about some of your music. I'm on Spotify. I'm looking at some of your titles. You just look like you just uploaded. Was it 6 hours ago? Maybe
What
uh,
was it?
a song called "Fuck All That Talking" from the Lucky Triple Six, the album, or is this just how they? Is this just how Spotify lists stuff?
I guess that's how Spotify lists stuff because I dropped that one years ago, but that
Okay,
one is still relevant. All my music you can bump and it's still relevant because that one I have Young Graves and he's a producer that does
okay,
funk style beats, which is more like triple six.
uh huh,
And he's done a few things with people like Bones and Chris Travis, and they're pretty big in the underground rap game. Because like when
okay,
I started this, I was coming up with people like Suicide Boys and Little Peep and shit. And
okay.
like I've been rapping for a long time. It's crazy to know that some of these guys ain't here no more. I got Lil Peep tatted on me, and that's why I kind of call myself Lil Crybaby because that album he made, Crybaby, it changed the game, man. He fucking
Okay.
sampled so many people, so many bands, and I'm like, how the fuck did that kid get away with that? I guess he was just that genius. I don't know.
Okay, so tell me about some of your songs. Let's say, for instance, I love this one, "Drippin' Sauce." Tell us also about how do you say part of your name? What is the Sauce God part of it? I've got to ask that because that is a unique
Okay,
name.
so I used to be Sauce God. What happened was there's other people that registered the name Sauce God. So in order to know it was me, I didn't have money to go against them like that.
Uh
I
huh.
just added Little Crybaby to the brand. So now it's
Okay.
LCSG, Old English font. That's my logo. And people kind of notice me because they know it's Little Crybaby Sauce God. They know how to remember my name.
Yeah. Once you remember get that name in your mind, you definitely never forget Little Baby Sauce God. Now, what exactly is a Sauce God? Can I ask you that? Is there a
So
story behind that?
okay, I guess like there kind of is a story, and it's kind of stupid and goofy, man.
Okay.
So, like Gucci Mane, here, let me get my vape off the charger.
Okay.
Shout out Elf Bar, kids, don't smoke nicotine products though. So Gucci Mane, there's this video, and Gucci Mane he was my idol. He used to get real fucked up on lean, and like it's promethazine cough syrup, and he's
Okay.
explaining not to get lost in the sauce, because if you get lost in the sauce, then you don't have the sauce.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For a long time, it just stuck with me because like I feel like what the sauce is it's you. It's what makes you unique. It's who you are as a person. It's the shoes you put on, the pants you put on, the charisma you carry, your
Hmm.
attitude in life. It's like fucking being a punk rocker. You're a saucer, like you're saucing. That's who you are. You're fucking dripping. Like, you're living out your dream. You got the fucking badass Jordans on. You're rocking the freshest Supreme. You're the freshest motherfucker in the party. Ain't nobody gonna tell you shit because you worked for that. And that's what sauce is. I mean, you earn that.
Okay,
I feel like
okay.
that's what you work hard for. I don't know. That's just my meaning of sauce.
I like that meaning of sauce. I thought maybe it had something to do with like chicken nuggets or something.
No, no, no. But I do love my sauce, man. If I did, you would look at my refrigerator,
Because I'm
and you'd
thinking
be like,
I'm thinking branding here, Lil Baby, sauce guy, hot sauce, and barbecue sauces. I mean, I'm an idea kind of man. I'll cut you in for a percentage, brother.
yeah, I'm thinking that would be cool. I know. Big Daddy Rich at one time he had his own hot sauce.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he had his own barbecue sauce as well. Big Dad
Wow.
Rich is Texas Hippie Coalition.
Yep.
That's
Shout out to
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They're
Definitely shout
awesome.
out. Yeah, definitely one of the hottest bands out there in Oklahoma, Texas area. Definitely.
They fucking made it. They made a name for themselves. I love those guys.
Now you have you traveled a lot with rap music and gone to a lot of cities and opened up for different people.
Honestly, I've opened up for the people. The traveling, I'm going to start trying to do more. In
Okay.
2017, they wanted to get me on South by Southwest. What happened was the promoters was too like money hungry.
Hmm.
So instead of booking the local artists, they just booked the artist and they did the show without us and kind of fucked us. I was going to do
Oh.
it for a brand. I used to rep this brand called Toast It Fits.
Hmm.
And that long live Toast It Fits, but it went out of style after about a year. Kids weren't buying it like that.
Hmm.
Nobody wanted the apparel that we were selling. I bet if we came back with it now, it'd probably sell because motherfuckers get stoned like
Oh
crazy.
yeah, definitely. That's good. Yeah, definitely marketing there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because that
So
was our market. It was like a piece of toast, and it said toasted.
toasted. There you go. Get toasted. So who have you opened up with? Anyone famous? Have you opened up any famous acts?
Yeah, I've opened up for Riff Raff. My first show I ever opened up for under rap, I
Uh huh.
opened up for what's his face? Hold on. Afro Man.
Afro Man. Wow.
Yeah. And then he came back on a little tour and he asked me if I would play with him again at this bar that recently closed down.
Now, how is it? How is it opening up and being on stage with Afro Man or
Bro,
not?
the first time it was fucking incredible, bro. Like we killed it. He thanked us. We were the only opening acts that night. The second
Wow.
night, the second time, which was a year later, they fucking overbooked it. They had 15 artists, the 20, and Afro Man only played for 10 minutes.
Wow. Just wasn't enough time after everyone else is performing it. That
Yeah,
just
because
took away from.
you know how that goes. They had to
Oh
get that
yeah.
bag.
Yeah, they had to
Somebody,
get that. Somebody got that.
yeah, they overbooked that night. That's what happened. And Afro Man was like, hey, goes in my pocket. Shout out Afro Man, though. He's doing a lot for the culture here. He has
Yeah.
his own cannabis company down here.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like, he really fucks with us. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I'm like, damn, okay. Shout out Afro Man. Since we're talking about music, recently I got to set up one of my idols. I seen Ice Cube the second time.
Really?
Yeah, it was dope.
Tell me about setting up for Ice Cube. Did you get a chance to see him?
Yeah, I
Take.
said, dude, I saw him. He was right here. He passed me, and I said, "You're the man, Cube." I mean, I'm a stagehand, but when I'm always going to be a fan of some of these guys, and I love my job. But whenever they're passing by me, I mean, I'm going to freak out. Yeah, I said, Ice Cube, you're the fucking man. You know, West Side Connection all day. Like,
That's wild. Yeah, so you get a lot of probably a lot of different musical influences from all over the place
yeah,
from
because I'm
being from
always
out there.
seeing new different artists and stuff. Like, I mean, we worked Train. The other day, I forgot who we did. I think it was the Judds, the one that's remaining because they're on their
Uh-huh.
final tour. Um, We're working all types of guys. I think this Friday we're going to be working Brett Michaels again. I've seen him like maybe 10 times in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen him with Poison a couple of times too. He's the man. I like those guys because what they show me is they show me it's not just an act. You really got to perform this shit. Like it's your life.
Yes, definitely. Now, if you could go on tour or open up for anybody, who would you want to open up? Or who, if you could run your own tour, who would you want to open up for you?
Oh fuck. I would definitely have some of these, man. I would bring my producer Juan with me, and then I'd probably like to holler at Fat Nick or one of the guys from City Morgue, Ghost Main, Suicide Boys, Night Lavelle, Ramirez, someone like that, someone that's in the underground game.
Okay, okay.
So it could, bring another type of people to the crowd, and then they're like, "Damn, Sauce God's playing with this guy. Sauce God really made it." I mean,
Yeah,
if Juice World was still here, I wish I could play with him. R.I.P.
gotcha,
Juice World.
gotcha. Gotcha. So, is there anything that you're thinking about as far as musically that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to go punk rock next. I want to do a
Really?
punk album. Yeah, I've been
Oh,
listening to a lot of Rancid, Social Distortion, Sex Pistols, and I want to be like in your face, rebel, anarchy. Mod, the kids aren't all right.
gotcha. I can see that, make it change up to, because you already have that influences. Like you said, you were into the Beastie Boys growing up, and they
Yeah,
were definitely a crossover. I can see you doing different music. A lot of artists always can dabble into different music. Look at, what was it, Everlast? He went from rap music to playing guitar. Guess when
yeah,
you get too old to jump around, you start playing guitar. I
yeah.
mean, that's how it goes. That's how it works.
Dude, bro.
Shout out to Everlast.
Yeah, yeah,
Not that they'll ever do my show now.
yeah. Shout out,
Shout out.
bro. Hey, so are you in the horror films?
Of course, of course.
So have you seen Terrifier 2 yet?
No, what is that?
It's the movie with the clown. He came from All Hallows Eve. It's like a Netflix movie, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
finally made the theaters, and it's really, really good. And I seen the new Halloween, and that movie was boo boo.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw the new Halloween. I wasn't really that impressed by it either. I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't quite sure was the nerdy kid supposed to be his son or the new.
that's what
They
I'm
were setting
saying.
him up to be the new Michael Myers, or he was stuck in a cave. And for people that haven't seen it yet, I mean, Halloween's passed already, obviously,
Yeah,
but
it
yeah,
fucking sucked.
yeah. I've seen better things. When they say that's the last movie that she's going to make of the Halloween,
Yeah.
see of all, thank God, because that stuff sucked.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, kill it, because if I wanted to see a movie that bad, I'd go watch Halloween Resurrection.
yeah, something. I need a lot, a lot. There was a lot better. Even that H2O was better than that.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying. I'm
yeah,
like,
there was a lot better
come
Halloweens than that
on,
one.
like, give the
God,
people what they want. That was horrible.
if what's your favorite horror movie? Since we're talking about horror movies.
Okay, so I like Crimson Ghost. That movie's cool. I like Frankenstein, the old Frankensteins. As far as horror goes, like scary man, that scared the fuck out of me forever. Blair Witch Project and Candyman. I would,
Okay.
man, but those guys that did the Blair Witch, the first one, and I don't know, like you was around back then. I'm pretty sure that freaked people out. I was just a little kid back then, but like I did not know that that video was fake. For the longest time, I thought that movie was real.
Yeah, they did the Plan 9 from outer space kind of thing where they tried to make it for the public perceive that it was real. They when they were running through the woods, they were shaking the camera on purpose like they were really scared and doing
Yeah,
extra heavy duty breathing and all that. Like, yeah. I don't know.
it got me. But there's some other horror movies out there that are really, really good, that are cheesy, but I love them. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that movie, dude.
Oh yeah, if you're if you're real buff on the Nightmare on Elm Street, I think the first movie was more serious than the rest of the movies. They
That's what I
they
think too.
They started giving Freddie more of a persona and personality as it went on.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that and noticed that too. Because the other day I watched the fourth one, and I was like, yeah, they started to kind of get for sure. I feel like he wasn't paid enough though.
yeah, yeah. I loved him when he fought Freddie when Freddie fought what's his name? Not Michael Myers, but Jason
Jason.
Voorhees. Oh yeah, the scene where he's scared of the water and he when he gets the water on him and he turns back into the little kid again, and he's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, you're scared of water. You do have a fear." Oh
that shit's
yeah,
crazy,
that
bro.
was one
That
of them
shit.
psychological thrillers, get in your head and mess with you kind of shit. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best type of stuff. Another one of great you probably might want to go look up is Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Do you remember that?
No, I've never seen that.
Well,
Is it good?
Alfred Hitchcock was way back in the day, and he was, he did all kinds of murder stuff. He was a big fat guy that always turned sideways, but he did this movie called The Birds off a book that he wrote, and it was basically a small little nothing town. The birds just start turning from being just everyday birds and to start attacking people.
What?
Yeah, it's called The Birds, and yeah, and it's one of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Today's standard, it's kind of cheesy because you see like different scenes where there's like birds and you. It's almost like the woman's holding the bird onto her face, like instead of pulling it away, and they got fake blood on it, and but oh yeah, psychological got in your head, made you think. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Movies like that are awesome to me.
So
So is
what?
what? Go ahead.
What? You okay? So what do you think about the movie Ready to Rumble?
Ready to Rumble? You talking about the old one with the pro wrestling movie?
Yeah.
I loved it because you got to see a lot of WCW guys, and yeah, definitely. And I think that they need to keep making pro wrestling movies as even as cheesy as that movie was. I mean, but yeah, and he got a chance to kick it with the hot chick in there too, which was
Yeah.
always cool. Yeah, and of course she turned out to be the bad guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will rule you. I liked it though. He came out to Run DMC, the King of Rock, which was
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
I love that
Yeah,
movie, man. I
yeah,
like how they had the triple hell on the cell thing going on.
yeah. And then he began, and then Sting helped him at the end, which is always great. Shout out to Sting.
Yeah. Shout out Sting.
Yeah, definitely one of the wrestling movies that people forget about. But yeah, that was a great one. So, is there anything you want people to know about you that they don't know about you? Obviously, I mean, I've been trying to put you over as much as I can to let people know about you.
I tell them to go check out the new single I got. I didn't drop it on Spotify, but I dropped it on YouTube and SoundCloud. I'm gonna plan on dropping it on Spotify soon. Shout out to Squirtle. I would say go get it. It's called We Are 138, aka Shabba Ranks. And just know I'm coming out with new music. I got a whole EP in the works with Juan for the real fans, Rockstar Things 2.
Hmm.
And I'm planning on my first ever visualizer. I already have a visualizer. It came out. It's for drip and sauce, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna have another one where it's like actual story and shit.
Oh, nice, nice. So it's gonna have a full video to go with it.
Yes, pretty much. Because the last visual I got, it was just this dude who filmed me, and then he overlaid the Drip and Sauce song on it, and that's the
Hmm.
Drip and Sauce music video. But I released it because it's so badass, and I did badass that night I opened for Afro Man.
Uh huh.
So I just decided to release it for the real fans. And what's crazy is they're closing the bar now. The bar's already closed. The Kendall's
Really?
bar. Yeah, the
Mm.
place it was filmed at. So live music is taking a hold around here because a lot of these bars that were doing open mics and shit, they're closing, I've noticed.
Mm.
Kind of
I get.
scary.
I wonder if that had everything to do with the pandemic. It just got to the point where people aren't going out anymore.
I don't know. It's very scary. I know that.
Yeah, It made it rough on everybody, the pandemic. Support
Yeah.
your local musicians. Support your local music scene. I always say that. Yeah. Sometimes the best music you see is at the little hole in the wall bars where you see musicians and rappers and performing artists giving their heart and soul into their craft.
I
Yeah.
know that's where
That-
people got their start. I mean, like the Whiskey Go Go in L.A.
right, right. Definitely, definitely. Well, brother, I appreciate your time, man. I'm gonna wind down this interview. People, feel free to go out there and hit him up all over his social media. Go on Google it and if you want to, the easiest thing is just go Google Lil Crybaby Sauce God. And I love that name, and you'll never forget it once you got it. I want a T-shirt with that on it, or a hat,
I
because it
got you,
sounds.
man.
Yeah, that sounds. I love that name, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, and one day when you hit the big time, I'll say, "Hey, I knew that guy when."
Fuck yeah. We love you, Joey. Keep doing
Thanks,
what you're
brother.
doing, Joey
You
Nuggs.
too, brother. And I want to feel free to extend the olive branch anytime you have a project or something you want to push. Bring it here to the show, and I'll put it out for you, brother. I
Bet.
appreciate you, definitely,
Thank you,
man.
brother. Rock
Yep.
on. Keep
You
living the
too.
good life.
You too, brother. It's the Joey Nuggs Show, and this is Little Crybaby Sauce God. I love that name. Say that with your mouthful of crackers, Bo, guys.
Yeah.
See everybody out there in video land. Until next time, it's the Joey Nuggs Show signing off.